see is that as I spend more time there, and there'd be clients in there that were spending a lot of time dealing with the guy's name was, I think I called him Gus, maybe that was his real name. That as people were searching for their plants, Gus would just be berating the workers, and it was like no one gave a crap. Like it was just sort of like, oh yeah, that guy's screaming really crazy at him, but I really need these like this type of branch for this photo shoot or this model thing that we're doing or this car commercial that we want to have it drive over Hollandberries for some reason. And so people just didn't seem, they had blinders on.
What was like the biggest criticism you got for like writing this book? It's like, that's like on person's
Well, one that I was too sympathetic to immigrants was a common one, that I didn't know what I was talking about, that if all the immigrants left in a place like Yuma or Alabama, that other people would come and do the work, which I don't think is totally true. The other criticism that struck more closely to home that I engaged with more was, you're only getting all this publicity about the book because you're a white author writing about it. People, I can go to book talks and people will be often happy to hear me and applaud the work. And, I did this for a very short period of time. And it was part of a book thing, part of my professional career. Meanwhile, workers all over the country are doing this kind of work without fanfare and getting, shit wages for it, and so that in some ways you're exploiting the workers that you're writing about. Or so that's a harder one to answer. I think my response when I first got those, I was really defensive, which kind of shuts down your thinking process. Like, no, and it's like you can't really engage with the question. I think I really, the purpose of the book in my mind was, one, I needed to really be clear that this was not me walking in the shoes of immigrants or other people. My shoes I have much more privileged shoes, and I can walk out in other places that other people can't. But that to also try to often have the story be about the people I'm meeting and the work I'm meeting, and the work they're doing, and that I think it'd be really great to have more workers who are doing the work get the kind of publicity and write the books I have. It's just very difficult, when you're doing that work full time and juggling all these things. John Steinbeck, I don't know if anyone's read like some of John Steinbeck's books, but I was reading this biography of him, who wrote Grapes of Wrath and Mice of Men and a bunch of other books. And his idea was he was going to dig ditches as a young kid, and then when he's done digging as a young man, he'd be digging ditches to make money, and then he'd come home and write. What he found is he'd dig ditches and come home and pass out. He had no energy for the creative stuff that goes into writing. And I think that's true. Like the position of someone like me is very privileged. That much of the day I spend doing work that I really enjoy, and while there are anxieties I have about it or difficulties, it's not. It's work I enjoy, and it doesn't like physically destroy me.